Hey guys, welcome to another Tinker Tuesday where we go about fixing the things that are broken, or at least try to. This is a continuation of the Macbook Pro 2011. If you like that sort of thing, please consider subscribing to the channel, or you could hit that like button or leave a comment below. We're going over all the parts that we need, and before we continue talking about the video, I did want to say that the growth of the channel has been going crazy after I did the Chadwick Boseman run, and it wasn't my intent to have this kind of popularity so quickly, but I do appreciate the people that followed through Instagram and through other forms of media. From my analytics, it's very varied, quite varied, and some places are more than most. But anyway, let's continue with the video. We got a bunch of parts going, and I'll put it in the link in the description below. So let's begin by cleaning the case. Now we're opening it up. I'll show you what we need to do. First things first, there are 11 items that need to be removed. These are rubber connections, rubber connectors, and different sort of things that require care. The top left hand corner near the top left fan is very delicate, so I'm using tweezers here to gently open this, and there is a tiny little thing I believe is for the light up keyboard that's right underneath the left hand fan, so please be careful. You may be able to rip it off if you're not careful. And there I am removing the keyboard cable. That one has a pull tab, so careful with that too. So these Tinker Tuesdays are hardware based, but I am slowly going to implement something software related. So later in the video, I'm going to input some commands, but it's up to you guys if you want to do that sort of thing. I know it's a little bit more advanced, but I did want to start you guys off with something small. So here we have the motherboard came in the mail. It was a bit delayed, so I actually got it yesterday. I contemplated on recording today because I'm using this laptop to edit the stuff, so I'm not sure if I can get it done before the third day. But knowing me, you know, I usually have good timing. So here we are removing the different thermal paste and replacing the This is a little bit gross. The compound flaked off. I actually had to throw some of it in the trash. So I'm using isopropyl alcohol to clean off the rest. And it's important to keep the contact surface is clean so that the heat transfer is great. That's one of the reasons heat buildup is so dominant in these kind of things, especially laptops. So it's the first thing that I do is clean both surfaces, even the covers. So make sure you do that, removing all this stuff. Well, I got some message, well, one message criticizing the way I put the thermal paste. But I'm doing the spread method because I want an exact spread amount on these things. I don't want parts of it left exposed because, you know, I've also been doing some research. It's only 1 or 2 degree difference from doing the regular optimal thermal paste application, which is like putting a little dot rice grain and then clamping it in, which I usually do. So here we are putting all this stuff. You might notice the left hand heat pipe is bent in, so I hope that's not an issue and that it's not damaged. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I bought this thing, I was only looking for something to resolder the memory card stuff, and it was advertised as the kit to do the memory connectors for the A1 Alpha 1286 logical board. But the guy sent me the whole logical board for a cheap price. So I hope it's not broken. This will be my second one that's not gonna be working if that's the case. But I did get out of it a whole thing, I guess. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So keep in mind there are 11 items to reconnect, and there are 7 screws that hold the motherboard in. And of course, I forgot an integral part, the speaker. So that was the magic of filmography that I put it in that part of the video. So the keyboard cable is kind of tough, but there is a pull tab there if you're having trouble putting it in. There's also a pull tab for the display port, and again, be careful of the little thing that's jutting out by the left fan. And I had to bend the heat pipe up a little bit because it was obstructing the fan. Hopefully this thing works. Alright, here's the moment of truth. I got my High Sierra USB. Gonna put it in. I wasn't sure which one was which. So let's open it and see if it powers up. This is always the most nerve-wracking part. And then Command Option Papa Romeo. We got lights. Awesome. Command Option Papa Romeo clears the NVRAM just in case this board had a different configuration. So it looks like got something booting. Thumbs up. We did it. Alright. That's good. It's going to be good from there. There are my notes to input commands. So this episode we're going to install a Fusion drive. So I mentioned I had put a regular drive in the caddy, the SSHD, and it came with a SSD in the regular part. So a Fusion drive utilizes the SSD and the regular drive to be viewed as one, and the operating system optimizes it so that it works faster. So if you want to learn how to do that, I left the commands out, but I may put it in the description below. If you're interested in that sort of thing, let me know. I'll be glad to help you guys achieve that. But this is a great performance upgrade once this is done. Another thing about the Fusion drive setup is this is a do-it-yourself Fusion drive setup, because there is actually a thing you can purchase from Apple officially to utilize this kind of feature. I did not have any spare money. You know how I am always trying to save and be efficient with whatever I'm doing. So I found a do-it-yourself guide that's you input the commands. It's not really circumventing anything, but input a couple of commands and it's like setting a RAID setup in a computer. Like, so RAID, software RAID uses more than one drive, basically, as I described, to create something that works together rather than apart, and it makes it more optimized. So here we go. I think I went to make some food or something because I was a little hungry. I only worked on this for about 2 hours, so it's an hour more than I usually did because I wanted to make sure this was done so that I could make the video. So it went a bit longer than before. I ran through a snag with the Fusion drive. Because the High Sierra looks for a valid Fusion drive in your system, it prompted me that I had incorrect firmware, or firmware was corrupted. So I did a couple commands to fix that. If you're interested in that, I may include it. Anyway, this is all the time that we have. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. We'll continue with City Skylines in 3 days. So if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Like, follow, comment, or subscribe. Ding that bell. And I'll see you in 3 days. This is John Nezodam signing out. Thank you all for your support. And yes, we made 500 subscribers. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody. I couldn't have done it without you. Remember, you are essential.